Hi my dear students, welcome back to new session. In the last class you already learned regarding types of RNAs like mRNA, messenger RNA, or RNA, ribosomal RNA, tRNA, transfer RNA, and also you learned regarding transcription of prokaryotic cells, transcription of eukaryotic cells, and post-transcriptional changes in eukaryotic cells also you had learned in last class. So today class I am going to start with a very interesting topic, that is genetic code. That is genetic code, very important for competition exam. At least we can guess one or two questions in CET as well as NEET point of view also, right? So here during the DNA replication or during the protein synthesis, what happened? DNA containing genetic information is nothing but nucleic acid. If you simplify the nucleic acid like nucleotides, the nucleotide information is copied from one to another. So this copy mechanism is, we can easily understand, easily explain in the basis of complementary strands. So that's why the understanding of transcription is very easy, right? In protein synthesis, for example, first step also be what? Copying of genetic information. DNA information is copied from one strand to another strand. It produces like RNA. So that is mRNA, right? In the next step, what happened? In the next step, the genetic information is transferred from one long polynucleotide. Here long polynucleotide is what? mRNA. To one long polymer of amino acid. So just what I have to focus here, the complementary is there in between one template to one daughter DNA during the DNA replication. The complementary is there in between one DNA strand to one mRNA strand. But here there is no complementary in between one nucleotide, one long nucleotide of mRNA to polymer of amino acid. So the same concept, the same logic we can't apply here, right? You got the point? So this is actually lead the explanation of genetic code. Just write the points. During the replication of DNA, which replication? DNA replication, as well as in protein synthesis. Nucleic acid, according to the NCERT language, nucleic acid here nothing but what? Nucleotides, or genetic information we can call genetic information. Okay, nucleic acids are copied from one strand to another, or one to another. So this concept we can easily understand on the basis of complementary concept. So that's why it is very easy to understand, right? Just check it once. In protein synthesis, two steps are there now. The first step is what? Transcription, and second one is translation. One is transcription, one is translation. In transcription, what happened? In the transcription here, double stranded DNA, dsDNA, here out of two strands, one strand is act as template. So on this template, it means nonsense codon containing information is copied into RNA. That is only called as what? Transcription. After transcription, what happened? mRNA is formed. One long polymer of nucleotide chain is formed. That is in normal language mRNA. That's it. Okay. In translation, what happened? In the translation, genetic information of mRNA. It means what? Polymer of nucleotides or transfer from mRNA to long polymer of amino acid chain or protein chain, right? Here what the point I have to focus here, in between polymer of long nucleotide chain of mRNA to polymer of amino acid chain. So these two are not complementary. In between polymer of nucleotide, it means mRNA. In between polymer of nucleotide of mRNA to polymer of amino acid chain, in between there is no complementary. The same logic we can't apply here, right? So here, this is actually going to lead the proposition of genetic code. In the latter, the number of scientists have proposed different theories or a different concept or proposed to understanding of this concept. Then here at the last, the given one final conclusion is what they noticed here. The sequence of amino acids in a one long polypeptide chain, it is depend upon the sequence of mRNA containing nucleotide. So here they said the conclusion is the sequence of amino acid in a long polypeptide chain, the sequence of amino acids in a one long polypeptide chain is based on or is depend upon the sequence of nucleotides on mRNA. It means what? The mRNA sequence is going to determine the sequence of amino acids in the protein. It means the sequence of nucleotide on mRNA, that is going to determine the sequence of amino acids in a polypeptide chain. You got the point, right? It means for example, if sequence is changed, ultimately which is going to change? Amino acid sequence is going to change. Amino acid sequence is changed, then what happen? Types of synthesis proteins also be changed. So if different proteins are formed, it is going to perform different functions, right? If sequence is changed, amino acid sequence also be changed. At the last, protein is changed or different proteins is going to form, right? Then later the scientists are going to propose so this is going to lead the proposition of the genetic code. Okay, at the beginning number of scientists, sort of physical scientists, or like chemistry, organic chemistry scientists and genetic scientists, number of scientists have proposed the genetic code. And at the time we already know that Gene definition. What is gene? We already know that. And the biochemical nature of genetic information also we know that. Biochemical, the biochemical nature of genetic material also we know that. And also we have some information regarding chemical composition. Chemical composition of DNA. Now what is the chemical structure of DNA? Like it is made up of phosphates, sugars, nitrogen bases. These all come together to form of one nucleotide. Nucleotide to dinucleotide, dinucleotide to polynucleotide. Two polynucleotides are come together to form of one double stranded DNA. DNA is formed. So we have one clear information is there regarding this all. Now it is very tough task to give the meaningful definition to genetic code during the protein synthesis. Right? The first information regarding genetic code which is given by George Gamvo. He said that here, now we already information is DNA is made up of like long polynucleotide. Polynucleotide is a combination of like phosphate, sugar and nitrogen base pairs. Phosphates and sugars are not involving in the genetic code. And if only nitrogen bases are involving in coding of amino acid, then it should be combination of nitrogen bases. For example, if one single nitrogen base is going to code for amino acid, then what happens? First, how many amino acids are there in the cell in cytoplasm? 22 amino acids are present in a cell of cytoplasm. Out of 22, 2 amino acids are not involved in the construction of proteins, only 20 are involved in the protein synthesis. Here 20 amino acids are there. Here how many bases are there? A, T, G, C for DNA, only 4. It means these 4 nitrogen bases, if only one nitrogen base is going to code for one amino acid, so it is not sufficient. What about remain 16? Then he said, the genetic code should be combination of 1 or 2 or more combination of nitrogen bases that come to one code and they are going to code for one amino acid. That's right. The first information regarding genetic code is given by George Gamvo. And he says that now we already have the information like DNA. The DNA is made up of like phosphate, sugar and nitrogen bases. And he says that if it means these two are not going to code for amino acid. If only nitrogen bases or code for amino acid during protein synthesis. Then it should be combination of 1 or 2 nitrogen bases. For example, how many nitrogen bases we have? Only 4. They are adenine, A, T, G, C. Right? So if only one nitrogen base is going to code for one amino acid, then what is the chances is there? So we have 4 nitrogen bases. It means the chances is there to code for only 4 amino acid. Right? But in cell, in plant cells as well as animal cell, including bacteria also, How many amino acids are present? 22 amino acids are present. Majority of the cells, 22 amino acids are present in cytoplasm. Out of 22, only 20 amino acids are involved in protein synthesis, right? And only 2 amino acids are not involved in protein synthesis. It means how many codes we have? 20 amino acids should be coded by 20 codes should be have. But here what happened? According to this concept, only 4 code answer. Then he said it should be combination of 2 nitrogen bases. It means 4 square, 4 into 4. Then probability, how many combinations are formed? 16 codes are formed. And it is also less than amino acid number. Then he said compulsory it should be combination of 3. It is a combination of 3 nitrogen bases. 4 into 4. So now how many codes are formed? 63 codons are formed. Now this 63 codons are it generate many and more codes for 20 amino acids. More than codons we have, sufficient codons we have for 20 amino acid. So he said it is damn sure, no doubt at all, genetic information is combination of nitrogen bases, not base pairs, bases or combination of nucleotides. How many nucleotides or how many nitrogen bases? 3 nitrogen bases are come together to code for 1 amino acid. And he said that the code should be 3 nitrogen bases now. So that's why he said the code should be triplet. So this is actually the first basic information regarding genetic code is given by Gamvo. He said 1 triplet. 1 triplet means how we have to write? So this is mRNA. Here for example, this is a continuous sequence is there. For example, AUG. So this AUG we can consider as 1 triplet. So this AUG we can consider as 1 code. 1 code is going to code for only 1 amino acid. Only 1 amino acid. So this is basic information is given by Gamvo. The latter, to prove this concept, the number of scientists have done the experiments. The proof of triplet code. So the first one is Hargobind Khurana. Khurana is one of the famous scientists. He was first prepared the artificial RNA is prepared by using of defined combination of homopolymers and copolymers are used to preparation of one RNA. So he said that he prepared one chemical basis RNA by using defined homopolymer. Homo means what? Same. Polymer means what? Same type of molecules are present. It means monomers. One type of monomers. For example, plastic is a best example for a homopolymer. Like defined polymers are used to synthesizing of RNA, right? Homopolymers as well as copolymers. Copolymers are used to synthesize of artificial RNA, synthesizing of RNA. For his work, he is the first scientist who synthesized the artificial RNA. So for that, he has also got the Nobel Prize. For that, he got the Nobel Prize. Next, after this experiment, he says that the genetic information is triplet. So that information is correct. And he was given the genetic code for valine. The valine is one amino acid. It should be code for GUG. The genetic code for valine amino acid is GUG. But is not given 20 amino acids are there. 20 amino acids we have to write 20 code is not given. Next is the first proof. And second proof, Nerenberg. He's proved that here he synthesized the proteins in a cell-free culture. Without using of cells, he's prepared the proteins in the lab. It means the technique is what? In vitro technique is used. So he is given exact information what the triplet information is. It is the correct, right? Nerenberg is proved that genetic information is triplet. Genetic information is triplet. By the experiment is cell-free system. Cell-free system experiment means here by without using of cell is produce or synthesis the proteins in lab. That is in vitro culture. Is perform the experiments outside of the cell, outside the living organism, right? It is coming under what? In vitro culture. So this is second proof. And third proof is Nirenberg. N-I-R-E-N. Nirenberg's. Okay. And third scientist is Ochoa, O-C-H-O-A, Ochoa is scientist. He was discovered the one enzyme. The enzyme by the name of the scientist it is also called as Ochoa enzyme. The enzyme is polynucleotide phosphatase or phosphatase enzyme. Polynucleotide phosphatase enzyme, and which is also be useful to knowing of genetic code. So now you can see this is a experimental evidence proof of genetic code. At the last, all scientists are convinced then the genetic information is a combination of nitrogen bases. It is must and should be triplet. Now what is the combination of triplet? Finally, the checkerboard is prepared for 64 codons. And you know that how many 4 nitrogen bases are there in DNA ATGC? But here we prepared mRNA containing genetic information, that is codon we can call. mRNA containing nucleotide information, that genetic code information we can call as what? Codon. Now these codons are going to code for various different types of amino acids. And you know that in the DNA, thymine, In RNA, it is replaced by uracil, right? Let's write. Now we have the combinations are UCAG. These are 4 nitrogen bases on mRNA. So the complete codon, it is a combination of these 4 nitrogen bases. So the probability is what? 4 into 4 into 4 cube, it means 64 are going to form. Let's see how they prepare the checker-Punnett for codons. The first one is, take first like, so here the first pair, here first nitrogen base, the first nitrogen base here, one is uracil, cytosinin and adenine, and last one is guanine, like. Okay, so this column now, this is first nitrogen base, and here next and here also be uracil, cytosinin, adenine and guanine, right? Okay, now these columns now, so these 4 are second base of codon, and third one is here we have to write in each box we have to write 4 nitrogen bases: uracil, UCAG, UCAG. Okay, so let's write the combinations. Combinations are what? First you have to write first, this one is first nitrogen base is what? Uracil, and second nitrogen base is what? Again uracil. So this is what? Third nitrogen base, right? Third nitrogen base is what? Uracil, U. So this is actually one codon. It is going to code for one specific protein, PHE, nothing but phenylalanine, right? In the same way again, U, second one, C, C, and third A, and fourth G. So like we have to write the 64 codons. Let's say for example I am going to write one column, C, this is the first, second one is U, and here U, and again C, U, C, U, A, and C, U, Z. Like you have to write A, U, A, U, C, A, U, G, right? And again G, U, and U, G, U, C, G, U, A, G, U, G. Okay, like if you write complete, then how many points are formed here? Like 64 codons are going to form. Now the chart is prepared. Now this checker-Punnett is containing how many codons? Codons, not code, codons. How many? 64 codons are there. Now the 64 codons are very sufficient to code for how many amino acids are there in the cell? 20. So 64 is going to code for 20 amino acids. Then here one more question. Sir, you said only 20 amino acids are involved in the protein synthesis. So for that only 20 codons is enough now. Then here 64 is there. It means 64 codons is going to code for 64 amino acids? No, there is no chance at all, because in the cell only 20. It means this all 64 codons are going to code for only 20 amino acids. So for that we have to know the characteristics of genetic code. We have to know. Let's write the points from the beginning. Here genetic codes are the triplet information which is present in the DNA, such is called as code. The triplet information which is present on mRNA, that is called as codon. The triplet code which is present on tRNA, that is called as anticodon. We can guess one question here, multiple choice question. The triplet information which is present on DNA, that is called as what? Code or codogen. And the triplet information which is present on mRNA, small m RNA, that is called as codon. That is called as what? Codon. And on tRNA, such information we can call as which one? Anticodon. Anticodon, right? Now what we discuss here regarding mRNA containing codon information, we are going to discuss. Now these codons are going to code for different types of amino acid, various types of amino acid. Okay. Next, what is the main characters of this genetic code? First point, genetic code should be triplet in condition, and the genetic code is universal. It means, for example, from bacteria to human, from primary organism to advanced organism. For example, AAU, it is there. AAU, it is a one code which is present on mRNA. It is going to code for one amino acid. The short form is written here ASN. It means aspartic acid. In any organism, this aspartin amino acid, it should be coded for only AAU. That's it. For example, serine, SER, it means serine is a one amino acid. So this serine amino acid which is coded by AGU from bacteria to human. So it is not going to change, it is universal, right? And next, the genetic code is not overlapping each other. Next, the genetic code, it is not interrupted by any punctuation. There is no comma, full stop in between this sequence. We have to read continuously, we have to read. Okay? And next, genetic code is unambiguous and specific. Unambiguous and specific. And the last point is the genetic code is degeneracy. Right? Let's write the all characters first. The genetic code is first, it should be triplet and it should be universal. It means from primary organism to from last advanced organism, there should be follow these codes. Right, in any organism, so this triplet code is same. Next, here these codons are not overlapping each other. The genes are never overlapping. Okay. Next, and it is uninterrupted sequence. It is a continuous sequence. It is a continuous sequence which is in that any symbols or punctuations are not allowed. Punctuations are not allowed, like comma, full stop, these are not going to allowed in between this code. And next, this genetic code is unambiguous and specific. Unambiguous and specific. The meaning of this word is, for example, AUG. Where is the AUG? This is A, U and G. It means in this column. AUG. AUG is going to code for methionine. So in all organisms, AUG is going to code for only methionine. That is specifica. Here, these codes are specifica. Specific in all organisms. In all organisms, from bacteria to human. Okay. So for example, AUG, which is going to code for one amino acid, that is methionine. It means here, out of 64 codons, how many AUG codons are formed? Only one type. Out of the 64, AUG, it is a unique combination. Only one combination AUG is formed. So that's why this AUG is always going to code for only one amino acid. It's not going to code for different amino acid, right? So that is actually called as what? Ambiguous or non-ambiguous, we can call it. It is specifica. Out of 64, each and every codon is specifica, right? For example, here ACU, it is going to code for what? 309. And again, this ACU codon, it is not going to code for any other type of amino acid, right? So that is called as what? Non-ambiguous or unambiguous. Next, fifth point is genetic code is degeneracy. Degeneracy or degenerates. It means here, so one simple logic here. In cell, how many amino acids are there? 20 amino acids are there. Now here, how many codons we have? 64 codons we have. Okay. And one more point, these 64 codons are not going to code for protein, not involving the protein synthesis. Out of 64, only 61 codons are code for amino acid. And remaining three codons are not code for any amino acid. So that's why it is called as what? Stop codons. Stop codons, which is not going to code for any amino acid. What are the stop codons? Very important question this one is. UAA, UAG and UGA. These three are the stop codons. What are stop codons? Stop codons are UAA and UAG, UAG and UGA. So these three are stop codons. It is clear? It means how many? 61. It means 61 codons are going to code for 20 amino acids. It means that one amino acid is coded by more than one codons, right? That is only meaning now. The meaning is here. So this 20 amino acids, it means one amino acid is coded by more than one codon. More than one codon. So for example, here last one is given, GLY is given. GLY means it is an amino acid, that is glycine is one amino acid. So this glycine amino acid is coded by how many codons? Here This codon is also going to code for glycine. It is also code for glycine. It is also code for glycine. It is also code for glycine. It means how many? 4. Or glycines are there? No. It means glycine is coded by 4 codons. 4 codons are going to code for one amino acid, that is what? Glycine. So for example, here SER. SER means serine. Serine is one amino acid. The serine here, for example, here SER serine 1 codon, SER serine 2 codons, serine here 3, 4, 5 and 6. Here one serine amino acid is coded by 6 types of codons. It is 6 codons which are going to code for only one type of amino acid. That one is SER serine. So that character is called as what? So that character is called as degenerate or degeneracy. It is called as degeneracy. Degeneracy. It is also one of the main character of genetic code. Okay. And next. And here this is complete sequence what we are studying on mRNA. So this is actually mRNA. Okay. The stand is what? This is a 5 dash. This is 3 dash. And you already learned in the last class in eukaryotic, only in eukaryotic cells. After the transcription, mRNA is undergoes post modificational changes, but in prokaryotic cells it is not going to under any changes. So no need to indicate here cap as well as tail. Here I am not indicated means it is what? It is prokaryotic. If I indicated means it is eukaryotic. So this is a prokaryotic. So this is actually sequence, right? So here, so the sequence, for example, here on this 3 is going to code for one amino acid, right? And here sometime we can notice exceptions for this genetic code. Here in bacteria, in a extranuclear genome, extranuclear genome in human, extranuclear genome in bacteria. In bacteria we can call as what? Plasmida. Bacteria extranuclear genome is what? Plasmida. But the same plasmid what we can't use it in human or in eukaryotic cells. In eukaryotic cells, extranuclear genome is mitochondria as well as chloroplast containing genetic information. That is called as extranuclear genome. mtDNA, cpDNA. So these are, they're not going to follow this universal code. Some little bit exceptions are there. Extranuclear genomes like plasmid of bacteria, and in human empty mitochondrial DNA, and plant mitochondria is present as well as CP, chloroplast containing DNA, which are not going to follow the follow this rules. Some exceptions and also protozoa genome also. Protozoa genomes also, they are not going to follow these rules. Some exceptions are there. Okay. So this is actually entire information regarding what genetic code.